2018 trunk show. So the first time that you have both the main collection and the Bliss collection here for this weekend. There's a lot of great styles from both collections. I just want to kind of highlight some of the top dresses that I feel like you should get on any bride, and then we'll go from there. Depending on timing, we'll go through a recap of the whole collections. Also, we will be having some of the Bliss Fall 2018, so just a handful of styles that we just released last weekend in New York. We're bringing them here for this weekend, so you're the first store to have them, which is really cool. So we'll see how they do. They're not quite here yet, but they'll be here at some point today, and then I'll just do a quick recap. They're just in transit at the moment. So basically for the Spring 2018 bridal collection, the main focus of this collection is simple, but a lot of grandeur. So you're going to see a lot of sculpted skirts, very full silhouettes, with that sculpted corset top that Monique is so well known for. We're seeing a big resurgence back to the classic sweetheart corseted bodice, so you're going to see a lot of just nice structure and fit through the waistline, and then keeping that very full traditional silhouette, but a little bit more modern and updated for the modern bride in 2018. So highlighting some of the top styles from the main collection, not in any specific order, just what I have next to me. So the first style is Valerie. So this is a stretch satin, and it's a fit and flare style with a full gathered skirt. So this stretch satin is something that Monique is very well known for. It offers a beautiful fit through the waistline. This draped detailing in through the bodice just creates a nice hourglass silhouette, and then having this full gathered skirt. So again, that simple grandeur and the sleek line, but the very full traditional silhouette. This one is $54.90. Only color option for this style is silk white. What I would recommend for brides that love this style, but a common comment is that this is quite full at the bottom. So if anything, you can reduce the skirt size by up to 10%. So just know that's something that's going to be helpful. And then from there, in alterations, you can take out some of the crinoline, but that's just going to reduce that puffiness a little bit. It's still going to be full just because of the gathering through the waistline, but just know that you do have that option for the bride that loves the dress, but it's just a little much on the bottom. So again, Valerie, $54.90 for this. And then next we have Sophia. So Sophia this is the silk white version. So you're going to always see just a little bit of nude bobinette in through the waistline, just so it creates that illusion look to it, that corseted bustier top. And then that nice sculpted, rounded out neckline. This has a little bit of a shorter natural waist. If anything, you can always extend the waistline up to 1 inch. So just know you have that option for a girl that is a little bit longer waisted. And then it has this nice tiered horsehair skirt. Definitely one of the top styles in the sense that it's very classic, but then it has that nice whimsical feeling, but still very neat and tailored in the construction of the horsehair. $89.60 for this style. This is, again, the silk white, and it's also available in silk white nude. And then for the main collection, yeah.
How does the silk white nude differ for that?
This one there will be, where this white lining is, it will change to a nude.
Okay.
So this is all going to be just silk white, and then it's just going to have more of a nude underlay so that it darkens up the skirt. And then same thing through the bodice. This has a layer of silk white georgette that would change to nude.
Okay.
And then next up is Divine. Another great silhouette, so just that nice sleek trumpet style. What's great about this gown is the princess seaming in through the waistline, so it really creates a nice hourglass shape. $49.90, so one of the lower price points of the main collection. This is the silk white stretch satin, and it's also available in buttercup. Oh, this one actually is buttercup, excuse me. Wait, so again, just that simple button detailing, that nice trumpet silhouette, and just that tailored fit into the princess seams. So a simple gown, $49.90. If a bride wants a little more grandeur, we do have a jeweled bolero that I think is on one of the, it's on the mannequin right back there for last season. So a latte coloration, so it always has the silk white lace throughout, and then just the latte tulle and this darker lace throughout so that it has that dimension. This one is also available in a sleeveless version. So the sleeveless version would just cut off at the shoulder here. Difference in price point is about $45, so not too much. We'll go through and just detail out the pricing for you, but just know that you do have that option as well for stock and for reorder. And then a common complaint, I guess you could say, is that on a petite girl or someone that's a little shorter through the bust, this lace can be a little busy on top. So I always recommend, if you feel like that's an issue, have the lace sent separately. So that's something that you can do. Just ask for the appliques at the shoulder to be sent unattached, and that way you can place it in where it looks best on the girl. So $59.90 for this style. A great fit, so that nice simple A-line skirt, and then a very long dramatic train. So definitely has a lot of dress for that price point. And next is Emanuela. So Monique is known for this classic fit and flare style with the dramatic volume in the skirt. So bringing in that in this season with the tiered horsehair, the re-embroidered in chantilly lace, again with the sculpted corseted top. This is the silk white nude. This is also the original sample, so it is not lined. It would come lined. So it's going to be very, very sheer. We just added an extra layer of georgette. This is the silk white nude. It's also available in silk white, silk white. It does have an illusion back, so you'll see when you have it on a bride that it's really low, illusion back. So we do offer a line version for this style as well, but the back will stay sheer. It will line through the side, through the hip, through the waistline, and then keeping this scoop detailing sheer. Just know that we can line that if you need to. Or I guess the cream of the crop of the main collection, it's a little large to take off of the mannequin, so if you could direct your attention over here. This is Alexandra. So Alexandra is definitely the top style from spring 18. So it's really more of a work of art. This is all a sculpted ball gown, and then it has layer of horsehair and then actual boning throughout. So really sculpted, creates that nice shape. It's not too heavy because it's not 10 layers of crinoline. It's actually very lightweight. But just having all of that construction and through the detailing through here is what makes this gown really stand out. In addition, brides love the drop waist, but it's not a low drop waist. It actually hits about an inch higher than your standard drop waist. So brides are really responding to that big hit through here, kind of in between a natural waist and a drop waist. So caters to a lot of different brides' body shapes. And then having the detailing in through the skirt just to blend in and create that nice shape. It's more so like a work of art. So even if your bride would never think in a million years she would put this on, it's like the grand bridal moment. So, and brides, when they have that on, they actually really like it. $8,500 for this style, and also available in silk white and silk white. Looks like we have the silk white nude here. So it has this layer of nude bobinette and crinoline throughout. And then $8,500. Now, the one thing I will say for this one, for the bride that is concerned about sitting down or being comfortable in the reception, not so much with this one. So if she has the room in her budget, I would try to get her to do like a simple dress for a reception, or just maybe make her aware that it's going to limit her mobility a little bit as far as just the detailing in through the skirt. It's really one that's more for photos and just looking really grand and special, not as much for practicality as well. Number one style for spring 18 is the 18120. I'm sure you probably knew that. Number one dress from spring 18, so $3,500 for this style. Silk white Mikado, just a simple trumpet silhouette. So nothing too crazy about this look. It looks great on a lot of different body types. That simple drama with that trumpet silhouette, and then a detachable train. So the train is removable, and brides are just loving options. So being able to change up your look with midway through is very beneficial for this. And just know you can order it without the train if brides do not want the train. I realize that they would not, but you can. And then another option is to just change the placement of the train if you wanted to put it just under her bumps to create that extra drama or length in the back, you have that option in alterations as well. So just something that, you know, you can tweak the look. And then the train can be sold separately as well. And that can be paired with other Mikado styles from past seasons, like the 16-12 gown it looks great with. You know, you can even put on some of our Mikado more A-line skirts, so you have a lot of options in that sense. For an 18. Our second top style is 18-109. So if you're familiar with the 17-106 dress, the bride that likes that look is going to like this as well. It has that pleated detailing with that heavier applique and through the skirt. So a lot of dimension through the skirt, and then more of a V-neck, so just a nice fitted silhouette through there, and then having the applique over the apex just to hide some of that illusion detailing. And then a simple scoop back. $37.40 for this piece. This is the silk white version, so as you can see, a good example for a Bliss dress. Silk white doesn't mean necessarily that everything's going to be silk white. It's still going to be nude through the bodice, just so that that's the design of the dress. You know, that's what's known for a lot of sheer bodices, so just keeping consistent with the look. But then we do offer a line bodice version for girls that don't want to be so sheer. Those are going to be a nude sweetheart neckline that follows the silhouette of the neckline and then tapers off towards the back. So anytime you see a sheer bodice with Bliss, we're offering that. So just know that if you have questions, you can always, you know, contact me too to know specifically what it's going to be. 99% of the time, it's a nude inner corset, and it's an additional $220 to the bride. And being stock pieces too, since they've been trained on quite a bit and, you know, stretching out. Don't use the samples as like a reference of size. Always go off of their measurements, especially with the new dresses. The original samples, they're not really a specific size, so just know that it's hard to gauge like what size that is. So I just go off of her measurements just to be on the safe side. And then our standard length is 59.5, hollow to hem. So the waistlines do grade up a little bit in the skirt. So if you have a girl and she's a 2 and she's wearing a 10, just know her bodice is going to shrink up a little bit. Sometimes there's a little bit of confusion in that sense of how it's going to change, you know, when it goes down that much in size. And I'm here for things like that too. And then again, for the trunk show for main collection, we're offering one custom change, so what we already talked about, or a waltz veil. I'm not sure where your waltz veil is.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just a simple 2-tier veil, silk white only. If you absolutely need to change a color, grab me and we can do it. But it's really more of like a closing tactic, so don't like just say, hey, welcome to the trunk show, and you're getting a free veil. You know? Kind of like lump it in at the end when she's already at like the top of her price point, and I'll come in and say, hey, for the trunk show, I'll give you this free veil, because it just makes them feel a little more special. Or, hey, you know, this looks amazing on you, but you could say, hey, do you feel like you need to do something with it? Yeah, you know what? I do recommend we read it. I'll do that for free for the trunk show. So more like that, it just makes them feel a little bit more taken care of and special. Or if there's something that, you know, we want to do like a crazy change, I'll just check with production real quick. So then that again makes it feel like, oh, they're checking for me. Special. It's those little things. It's, you know, retail psychology. So we're all aware of that. And then for the Bliss collection, same thing. So we offer one custom change for the waltz veil. The changes are a bit more lenient with the main collection than with Bliss. So Bliss, we don't have as much freedom as, you know, making a V-neck, a sweetheart neckline, or, you know, making something strapless that has straps. We can't really do that as much just because they're not made in the factory in Los Angeles. They are made overseas. So when it comes to real pattern changes, we don't have as much flexibility. With the main collection, we can do a lot. So if you feel like there's something that's gonna like change the dress for a girl and make it a 10, then you can do it. We just want to sell some dresses, so at the end of the day.